Having completely drunk the life-giving water of Borjomi, we headed further to explore the Georgian lands. Not far from Kutaisi, another large city in Georgia, which can be compared with Tbilisi and Batumi, there is a very remarkable tourist place called Prometheus Cave, as well as a little further away a park with a waterfall. That's where we headed this time. It must be said that the weather is already starting to deteriorate, and it is raining more and more often. What you can notice from the shots of the black clouds. A little bit scary, but still very beautiful.
О, какая-то хурма!
And this unremarkable hole is the cave of Prometheus. You couldn't tell it, right? So, we're inside. This is the largest cave in Georgia. It is very ancient. It is more than 1,000,000 years old, but it was discovered only in 1983. It has underground lakes and rivers. There is very high humidity, and there are more than 10 grottoes, but tourists are allowed into only 3 of them. The temperature here is only 15 degrees Celsius. The cave spreads over 11 kilometers, but we will only cover a tenth of it. Kumistabi received its sonorous tourist name Prometheus Cave thanks to the famous Caucasian myth about Amirani who, like Prometheus, angered the gods, because of which he was punished. Days and nights the eagle tormented his liver. However, unlike the ancient Greek Titan, the cruel god chained Amirani not outside but somewhere inside a large cave. According to the assumption of former Georgian President Saakashvili, it was inside the Prometheus Cave.
As I already told you, stalactites are growing from the ceiling downwards, but please look on my right hand side. Here you can see strange looking cave formation which is growing sideways. It is called helictite, and speleologists believe that it is made so by movement of air, by wind. Of course, here is not strong wind in the cave, you can feel sometimes. I must mention that air is so fresh in the cave, it is good for treatment of asthma, for allergy also, and you have to breathe deeply, it is good for your lungs. We call it speleotherapy, and it will be during 1 hour for you. On my left hand side here is a lake of wishes, and you can wish something. You can throw coins, $100 also, no problem, okay?
Как же тут мокро и прохладно. Окружение ненароком да заставляет твою фантазию разыграться. Гуляя по пещере и рассматривая естественные формы кристаллов и камней, твое сознание само начинает формировать образы и силуэты монстров, притаившихся в тени. Вот там сидит саблезубый тигр, ожидая свою добычу. А там ловит рыбу голым или леет свое кольцо. Здесь самое место, чтобы искать вдохновение для рассказов в жанре мистики и ужаса. А вот это вот кто? Попробуйте догадаться. Даю вам 3 секунды. Готовы? 1, 2, 3. Ну же. Ну это же детище Лавкрафта, не видите? Которое ожидает правильного расположения звезд в своей пещере, чтобы улететь к себе на планету, и сводит с ума случайных землян. Это Ктулху. Вот мы и встретились. Comme nous n'avons pas choisi une autoroute, mais une route inconnue traversant des villages, cette journée de notre voyage s'est déroulée très calmement. Nous avons longé les maisons et les champs, passant devant divers animaux. Le chauffeur du minibus nous a emmenés gratuitement et au cours de notre parcours à travers les villages, nous avons été déposés par les autres voitures encore 5 ou 6 fois sur une courte distance. Il fait très calme, le soleil brille ici et on voit les montagnes à loin. Ce type d'autostop est très agréable et s'apparente davantage à une randonnée en forêt.
Может, потом на видео видно.
We're in Canyon, in Georgia. It costs 70 lari to get here for one person. And for that price sometimes you think, yes, the humanity took all nature and there is no wild place in the planet anymore. And those waterfalls, you cannot find them by your own self, somewhere in the forest. And it's like more tourist attraction. But in that case I would say that actually, is it really possible in wild nature to find such a beautiful waterfall, and is it possible to get so close to it without like those stairs and rocks and the bridges? I don't think so. So we have what we have and we could just enjoy this waterfall. When you see such a wonderful place in the nature, the human soul is always wondering, what are you gonna do if I fall down? So, you know, the human soul, the human being cannot just contemplate and watch beauty of the nature. You always think the nature is always about the death and the life. So that's why we think about that when we're watching something like that. Секунд 30. А? Мы идем. И нас провожает собака. Вот. И ругается на тех, кто мусорит. Потому что собака сейчас из лужи достала фантик, попила из лужи, вытащила фантик, положила на землю и полаяла. Потому что она не любит тех, кто мусорит. И она экоактивист. Хорошая собака нас провожает до дороги, чтобы мы ушли. Когда путешествуешь, встречаешь много таких собак, которые тебя провожают. Это хорошие собаки. We're going to Mestia. It's a nice place with a lot of mountains, and we already can see some mountains from here. They're snowy, and the marshrutka driver said that it's probably snowing over there. So we're hoping to find a hostel there, and we choose the different road to get in there, not the main road with a highway, but the small roads from the village to village. That's why here it's very calm. There's a lot of pigs, animals, dogs, and a lot of hurmas. Finally, we got picked up by a van who left us for 15 kilometers approximately.
Очи забирай. Что смеешься?
Да, хорошо.
Счастливо.
И вам тоже. So we got the free bread, free 3-pack of bread from the person who is working as a delivery of bread in the small shops in the villages. Also, we bought something to eat in the small shops. We continue to move forward from the one village to another, and we already passed quite a lot of villages, and we're nearby the mountain, the peak where we're trying to be, and those villages are pretty nice because they're calm, a lot of village animals. Плохое место. Поворот. Вон, ну с поворота.
Видно же издалека.
Ну хорошо, давай.
Ты хочешь еще в горку подняться?
Ну мне все равно.
Какой ты сильный.
Ну не то, что ты. Да, какая грубиян. Because in the small villages it's pleasant to do a hitchhiking, because it's calm, there is a nature everywhere, and also but the issue is that actually there is not a lot of there's not a lot of traffic, and also the car taking you often, like each third car takes you, but they don't go far away, they go just like 5 or 10 kilometers, so you don't do a lot of routes, but still it's pleasant. So now we're going to an abandoned sanatorium, like a hotel with a health recovery system with a swimming pool and etc. in the Soviet times. So as you see, it's a souvenir from the Soviet times. Now, today, like not today, but like 20 years ago, the immigrants from Abkhazia were living over here. So you will see how it's inside. In this region there's also some other abandoned house and structure.
Be careful.
And abandoned houses, it's all like memory from the Soviet times. So let's see how it's inside. And we have a dog. This is a Mr. Boys. Hello, you're owner of this house now, right? So we are going to the top of the stairs to look at it. And now for the people who were living over here, there is a brand new house also with a lot of floors over there, which was built by Georgian government, and the people who were living there is living over there now. But still they don't like it because in Abkhazia it was better. Let's go over there.
Ooh. I don't like it. Looks dangerous.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah. I don't want to die, you know?
So right now we're on the roof, on the top of this building, or the abandoned house, and as you see from here over there, there's another building exactly the same. And over there's one more. And now I can show you the houses where the immigrants living right now. So it's over there. Brand new houses, beautiful ones. Ну, привет, мистер Пёс. Он хороший, твой гладила? Чего бегает? Ну, вниз.
Хочешь, чтобы бросили тебе мяч? Лестница красивая, правильно?
Да. О, осторожно, пес. Тут мокро. Ага. Веселится молодой. Да.